I would want to, give few tips for those who have already gone into the sessions and for those who will be going into the session shortly. Okay. So these things would definitely help. How many of you are pure meditators here? Core meditators. Just raise your hands. You are a core meditator. Shravani, good. Anybody else? Kishorji, I know. Swati, I know. Suvarna, I know. Tejasvi, I know. Akhil, I know. Manjuji, I don't know. And Neelima, I know. Yeah.
అంటే నేను
So,
అప్పట్లో కోరు, ఇప్పుడు అంత కోరుగా.
ఇప్పుడు core కాదు. Okay, good. So, when you meditate, when we all meditate, what happens? When we all meditate, we go and this is a very first important thing that, people perceive everything, every state as a meditative state because they would have got visions, they would have got, some experiences, energy, all those experiences, you know, and they think this process is such a process where you get into those states again. No. In meditation, all these visions come and you will be in your alpha state. Okay. That is the alpha state of your brain where it shows you visions. Okay. And you will perceive things, you will see the energy coming into you, you will feel the energy. How many of you are in Reiki? Reiki, right? When you do Reiki, then you will obviously feel that energy. So, if that is already there, then why session? Right? If you are feeling everything, then why session? Because you need something where you have to do a time travel. There is not only astral travel, there is a time travel that is needed. And there is a deeper states of trance that is needed where you can gather the information from your subconscious. So, do not perceive this as an extension to meditation. This is much, much deeper state where you do a time travel, go to the previous life or the life where you have very important information, or you go into the deepest trance of your own self to tap into your own self. Okay, many a times we receive energy from outside in meditation. We perceive energy coming from out. Here we travel inward. This travel is very much inward. So this is a very important difference. And second thing is preconceived notion. Like, see, for example, I have gone to somebody and I have got to know my past life. Okay, they have told one past life for us. Good, well and good. Okay, now what happens? We come with that thought in mind that, yes, they have told me a past life. Okay, some tarot reader has told me a past life. I have come with that thought. Now, when I go into my session, when I go into my trance state, I keep searching for that. I will not, see what is in front of me. I will keep searching for that. And that doesn't come, maybe that comes or that doesn't come. We don't know. Okay. So, this preconceived knowledge or preconceived notion will block us from going into the session. So, what you have to do? You have to be very open. Okay, what I have learned, I have learned. Now I will see what will come. Because when I came into the process, I have seen 6 of my past lives in my own self hypnosis sessions. Nobody has done it to me. I did it on myself and I have seen 6. None of the 6 past lives have come in my sessions. I have seen another 10 new past lives. So, It is like you may tap into that timeline or not. Okay, we may also tap into the same timeline because soul has only one life and we are dropping body after body. And what happens for the soul when we are dropping body after body? For the soul, it is happening everything in the now. Okay, so for example, there is you have a kid there in that past life where you are very attached to, and that kid has become your sister-in-law in this past life. At some point you will hold that strong attachment. And where is it coming from? The bodies have changed, but that relationship continues. Okay, and for some, you will have a very hatred for maths, okay, in one of the lives, and it continues here. You don't want to take maths. Okay, so it is like that, like because for the soul, it is a bunch of experiences. It is gathering life after life and then experiencing some of it at once. For some, it so happened that, there is a pain in their spine. Okay. And for that pain, they have seen one past life and they have seen second past life in their own reading, or they have seen again a third past life recently. So what is that? That we came out to a conclusion that one issue, it is directly proportional, may or may not be directly proportional to one issue or one past life that we are seeing. So one issue in the current life may have different roots coming from different lives. That is why we say in that body this karma is ripen, in this body this karma is ripen, in this body this karma. So all these three karmas we put together into one issue in the current life. So after 3 sessions, the pain dropped. That's how it might happen. So if you think that, yeah, I have seen that, so that is the reason for this, that may not be the reason alone. There could be different associating reasons that is leading to this main issue. So don't have preconceived notions. That is second. And also, you are used to one process. Like if you go to Antonio Sangio, or if you go to PSP, or if you go to Mother Dolores, okay, in PSP, the process is different. People go there are used to one process. In QHHT, process is different. It is like you put into induction, trance, and then your higher self will come and answer the questions. Right? In introspective hypnosis, there is no induction. You just push the person and the person goes into the trance. Immediately they goes into their past life. Happened to you, Nilima. Right? So it just you push them and then they go. So if you are used to only one process, you keep thinking that, I have to go here now. Now induction will happen. Now I'll see past life. Now my soul lessons will come. Now, something will happen. If you have one process in your mind, you're used to going through the process again and again, it takes time for you to accept a new process. So being open is very important. Okay? Whatever comes, you should be ready to take it. And don't go into the session that I want this only. Why? Because you are asking for, part of what you are supposed to get. Meaning, you're asking for an orange. But the divine is ready to give a very big watermelon. And you are happy with orange itself. And you don't want that watermelon. So it is like, go for the watermelon. To go for the watermelon, you should keep the orange aside for some time so that you get both orange and watermelon together. So it is, I'm just taking a silly example. I hope it makes sense. So yeah, so it is like, you don't block your way with your limiting thoughts. Keep the thoughts open so that you receive more. Very important. Okay. And for example, this is also happens that I have seen this actually. One case had come saying that they have got to know that they have soul, spirit attachment. Hmm? Somebody has told them. If somebody has told them, they should have removed it, right? That person, they could not sleep for the entire year. And it had put every little, reason happening in their life on that soul, blaming that soul. Okay. When we got into the session, that soul had left then itself. But this thought that I have it with me stopped him from learning his own lessons for 1 long year. 1 long year of his life is wasted, right? If he might have learned so many lessons during this long year if he doesn't know that if the soul was there, or if he knew that the soul was there but it is released. Don't go to anybody and everybody and get random things done. Go to the people whom you think are genuine. Okay. And okay, now there are people, this is quite possible that people say that I'm very analytical, I'm very logical, I don't know if I can go into the session. Okay, this is quite common. Now I'll tell you, if you are analytical, if you are logical, whatever you are you not sleeping every day? If you are sleeping every day, then you are capable, 100% capable and eligible to go into this session. Because the trance state has no definition. Please do not think this is another preconception that if I go into the trance, I forget everything. If I go into the session, I forget everything. Okay. And if I go, only if I forget everything, then that is my successful session. No, there is nothing like that. Okay. This particular trance state is something that you fall while you are falling into sleep or just before you are waking up. Okay. So it so happens many a times that we sleep off, right? And we sleep off and we go to restroom and come back. We must be having a dream running then. Before and after also the dream continues. Have you recognized it? Have you noticed it? Okay. And this can happen, right? And many a times you remember the dream, sometimes you don't. So that is also trance, right? And it also happens that while you are slowly waking up, you listen to everything around you. You listen to the cooker whistles in some other house. You listen to the alarm rings in some other house. You listen to your kids crying in the same house. You listen to your maid doing jhadu in the same house. Yet you are dreaming. Yet you are seeing the things that you are seeing. Right? And this state is called somnambulistic state. Okay? Sometimes we are so focused that we don't listen this because even they are happening, even we know they are going on, we don't put attention to them. Our attention is somewhere else. Our story keeps on running, even though everything happens around us. That is fine. Okay? There is no hard and fast rule or a definition that a session has to be like this. No. Okay? This is very important thing. Feed it in your mind strongly. Okay? And higher self. People think higher self is an external self. Okay? People think that somebody is coming, right, Akhil? Somebody is coming and they are going to come and talk. No,
Yeah.
nobody will come. Okay? You perceive them. You perceive them as light sometimes. You perceive them as just one name, yet you keep talking. You perceive them like an inner voice. You perceive them like something that you are listening and you're just repeating, or just some gut feeling. It's like all your clairs are becoming active at that point, and all your clairs or some of your clairs will work. And you just give your body, that's it. And the way you're seeing your past life, this also happens in the same way. But only difference that you feel is they are treating you like a third person. That's it. Okay, they are treating you like a third person. That's the thing. Sometimes they say it can also happen that you also have to be part of that conversation. Sometimes higher self says, no, I want her to be here, I want him to be here, let them be here, I want them to listen to. Okay, this also will happen. So there are many scenarios that are ought to happen. There is no, like, this is a straight line, you have to walk in this straight line only, then this is right. Nothing like that. Okay, this is, there is no right level of trance, there is no standard to measure the trance. And sometimes you feel that I am only telling that. Many people will say, right, I think I'm only telling that. How long will you tell? How long will you make up a story? 3 hours, 4 hours? Not possible. Okay, and if you are making up a story, only why that story? Have you questioned yourself? Why only that story? Why not something else? That doesn't work. Okay, and some think that, only if the divine comes, then my session is successful. Okay, and this happened to me 2 days back, that we had a session, and the higher conscious has come. Higher conscious has come, and then the facilitator asked, I was in the session, and the facilitator asked, is there any, I am the higher conscious. They said, we are the higher conscious, we are here. And they said, facilitator said, is there any divine being around you? They said, we are higher conscious. What are you asking? Then again the facilitator said, is there any divine being around you? Because we are used to, the names that we know, we connect them by the names, and they're very limited. They said, higher conscious said, what all your names that you know, we are a collective of all that. Okay, we are a collective of all that. Means we are there like a big lot who are here to help you, and you are asking only part of us to come and help you. You want to talk to only part of us. We are the whole here, standing here. And here you want to talk to only part of us. So don't limit yourself. And don't say that only, yeah, this is successful only if the higher self comes, or only if the divine self comes. Even subconscious, sometimes subconscious is a small thing, but that also has enough power, that has the entire power to heal your body, physical body. Okay, so it can cure anything if you are eligible to get cured. And the eligibility again comes based on the karmic imprints and how surrendered you are. Okay, and yeah, and I think that is pretty much it that I want to cover as part of this tips or what can block your sessions. I hope this is helpful. If you have any doubts, you can just go ahead and ask.
Ma'am, you have told what all can block the sessions,
Hmm.
but what all can block the meditation process?
Nothing will block your meditation process. Only you will block your meditation process. So that's why, see, one thing, understand meditation. Meditation is not a work. Okay. Meditation is the continuous process. You go through the entire day. When you are being with your own self, then that is meditation. What do you do in meditation? You sit, you try to be with your own self. You try to be with your own breath, because that is how you focus, or you try to be with your own self. So when you do that throughout your entire day, that you're meditating. It is not a work. Don't consider it as a work, and don't think
Yeah.
that that will block your experience.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
like it was told that before attending the Triple H, we are supposed to attend. We are supposed to do the 21 days meditation for sure. No, so
Yeah,
I'm still
that is
struggling.
because to calm yourself down. Okay. And if you are in the chaotic mindset, and
Hmm.
if you go into the session, you will only search for your answers. You will not able to take the experience the way it is. Not 21 days, 11 days is sufficient. Okay, 11 days is
Okay.
sufficient. But if you do, that's why because sometimes if you're not able to do meditation, then what happens, that inculcates a lot of fear in you, that oh no, I'm not able to do meditation, then how can I go into the session? No. That's why we are out of that meditative process. We are into the inner work process, where you are telling to yourself that I am this, I am that. You are in the state of being. You are in the state of meditating the entire day. And you can repeat that the entire day whenever you remember that.
Hmm.
That will help you. That's enough. Because I don't want
Okay,
to inculcate fear. That's as simple as that.
got it.
Yeah. Yes, Mahendraji, you were asking something.
Madam, yeah, I got clarified what and all I required, and subject to 2-3 points that is personally, let
Yes.
us have a discussion whenever you are have the time. So subject to that, I'm really happy to have a session today, and many of my doubts have got clarified. I'm really thank you so much.
No
I
problem.
appreciate, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem, sir. No problem. Anybody else have any doubts?
Hi, Shailaja ma'am. Manju here.
Yes, Manjuji, boliye.
Hi. So after this sessions and I have taken a HHT session with you, and
Yes.
after that,
Hmm.
you know, we I'm just understanding, like, live with the moment and
Yeah.
just go with the flow. But
Mm.
it's still trying only because it's very it is not very easy to adapt it very quickly. To understand it
Correct.
theoretically, it is very easy, but
Hmm.
to apply it practical, because it's like a two-way street, right? Because I'm not the only person who is living in the home. When I'm going
Yes,
out,
yes.
going for work, when I'm making a conversation with my family, and because when I'm interacting with other human being, right?
Hmm.
Who's also very, like, analytical mind and very practical modern mind setup, right?
Hmm.
When we are trying to connect with them with in professional way or personal way, after seeing this kind of words like karma, good deeds, bad deeds, and all, right? But in terms of professionally, if I want some kind of work, for example, a
Hmm.
professional work or
Hmm.
help, I need to be taken from them, and I need their support immediately. If the support is not provided by them to me,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
uh, like in a professional way, I have to take some kind of decisions
Hmm.
uh, to make them to work,
Hmm.
or else to right, what are the professional steps I have to take,
Hmm.
or kind of
Hmm.
personal steps. For example, my brother or my mom, if
Hmm.
they're not listening, I know that is not good, but they are not ready to do it for me for some reasons, because
Hmm.
they are
Hmm.
not ready to do it. But how to make them force also after going into this, before after the session,
Mm.
it is like for different to me. Before it was like, you know, when they are saying no, I would immediately respond to them, no, I want this work to be done right away.
Mm.
But after coming into these type of meditation slowly, inner work slowly,
Mm.
I feel like how to get my work done without without making them forcefully, or how to cooperate with them, how to coordinate with them. That is a highly difficult task, because now I'm very much worried about the other person's human mindset and their thoughts, and whether my actions or my words would hurt them. Those kind of thoughts I'm getting, because before it was very practical. I want my things to get done either professionally or personally, whatever. But right now, you know, I'm thinking their mindset also, whether if they have their kind of bad intentions towards me, whether it by blockage or it will create a bad karma for me, or how that I
Ah,
need to work on it.
good.
So for that,
Yeah.
you know, in this current world, see, any which ways, I want that kind of the professional upliftment require, which is highly needed. Or personally, the help, it is also highly needed. But before, it was very easy.
Mm.
But now, after understanding this human value, this meditation, this the other side of beyond that, right?
It
Now
should
I'm
actually be much more easier now, Manju. Because you are aware. You know they are not aware. Simple. Right? You are aware that, you know, like there is a child who wants to eat ice cream, and you know that the child would get sneeze and cold if they eat ice cream. You know that, but the child doesn't know.